their opponents, Billy Kid Man and The Fallen.
Second week of WCW, and we have our second tag team match between N.W.O and the Flock. Although it's a bit different than last week's match, it's in fact significantly different. The only person that was in this last match that is in this match is Perry Saturn. Now this came about as N.W.O won that match, and N.W.O also won the Rumble qualification match that was between Billy Kidman, to your right, and X-Pac in the ring right now. X-Pac was able to knock Kidman out of the Royal Rumble by making him pass out while putting him through a barricade. A devastating loss to the young upstart, Billy Kidman. Both of these wrestlers great lightweights. Multiple times have done great things in cruiserweight and lightweight divisions. Now, we did not want to have Perry Saturn and Kidman get a chance to face off against the World Tag Team Champions for WCW, Scott Hall and Scott Steiner, and it seemed a bit more appropriate to include X-Pac in this match against Kidman. Macho Man Randy Savage is the fifth member of N.W.O, aside from Hollywood Hulk Hogan, who will be getting a title chance in the main event of tonight against Kevin Nash. Now, Raven of the Flock lost his match earlier tonight. A series of interesting chops coming in from X-Pac. Now getting whipped into the corner. X-Pac would often be called Six-Pac in WCW. Boot to the face, rubbing the heel of that boot against the face of X-Pac. Saturn and X-Pac starting out this match. As I said, Kidman was not able to enter the Rumble last week, but instead X-Pac did, and he did fairly decently in the Rumble. He was eliminated by Diamond Dallas Page a little bit after he entered the match. Now, Perry Saturn here was eliminated by Chris Benoit in his match, in his part of the Royal Rumble. And Macho Man Randy Savage was the most unfortunate one of them all, as he drew the number 1 slot, and he was the number 1 eliminated before even number 3 entered the ring. He was eliminated by Mr. Perfect, who we saw earlier in the Four Horsemen match. It was an excellent match, very technical match. This match is going to be a bit more brawly than that match, but it is still tag team action here at WCW. X-Pac clearing off that table quite quickly before Kidman is able to counter and throw him back into the ring, not letting X-Pac have all that he wants. He wasn't able to get what he wanted last week. He wasn't able to enter the Royal Rumble as he wanted to. X-Pac with a giant arm drag, dragging Perry Saturn down to the mat and slamming that bald head of Perry Saturn against the mat. Saturn now running over to Kidman, and we get our first tags on the match at around the same time, as we see the bigger man, Macho Man, Randy Savage, grabbing onto Kidman. Kidman using his quickness to get around a series of counters between these two wrestlers, and a big scoop slam by Kidman, tossing Macho Man Randy Savage to the mat. Slamming the face of Kidman against the mat, Macho Man now gets the momentum quickly in his side. Momentum between these two fresh combatants hasn't quite swayed one way or the other as of yet. Now, unfortunately, none of these particular wrestlers eliminated anyone from the Rumble last week. So that is very unfortunate for them. It will take them quite a bit of time to get up to the chance of getting a world title shot if they wish to run in that singles competitor league. Now, Saturn and Kidman may become the tag team of the Flock if they are able to win this match and continue on working well together, as Raven perhaps pursues a different path, trying to redeem himself after his poor showing in the Royal Rumble and earlier tonight in that match against Scott Hall. Scott Hall's tag team partner, Kevin Nash, did very well winning the Royal Rumble last week. He was able to get the championship title, which he will be defending in the final matchup tonight. Now Kidman injuring the arm of Macho Man. Macho Man countering that pickup, but Kidman able to use his agility to slam the face of Macho Man into the mat. Macho Man now slamming the face once again into that mat. Macho Man putting on a lot of aggression now, able to turn the tide in his favor in this match. Kidman has not been able to get too much aggression off lately, but we might see a big suplex or DDT coming in here. Oh, swinging neckbreaker coming in from Kidman, slamming Macho Man into the mat. It has been a while since we've had a tag by either team. If one of these members of this match gets a tag to their partner and the other doesn't, we could easily see a power swing in this match, as right now it is very back and forth, as we see a sidearm suplex by Macho Man, and now trying to hurt the leg of Kidman, trying to take some air out of that luchador, as some would say. He's a bit more of a, he doesn't quite high fly as some of the others, but he does do a mean 450 splash. He's a great brawler, great wrestler. Macho Man has been world champion many times, putting Saturn over the top rope out to the outside. Saturn has been many champions, has held many championships. Macho Man pushes Saturn away, whipping Saturn up into the ring once again. And he's got to get back into the ring before that 10 count, or they'll lose the match due to count out. We're getting a suplex here by Macho Man, slamming the head and the upper back of Perry Saturn into the mat as we see him get whipped into the rope. And we see a huge suplex by Saturn. Such power behind that suplex to get Macho Man up and over him, and such a flip over him as well. Saturn tried to go for a tag team maneuver there. Macho Man has been in this match for quite some time. He's going to want to look to tag X-Pac in when he's able to get a chance. Saturn running away from that grab and punching Macho Man into his corner, trying to keep Macho Man in his corner. Macho Man with a quick roll up here. One. Usually there's a 2 count after that one, but here's another roll up. One. Another kick out by Perry Saturn. He's not going to play any rolling games like many wrestlers have been in the past. But those quick roll-ups were able to turn the tide of this 1v1 match inside the tag team. As Macho Man gets the momentum against Saturn. Saturn now whipping Macho Man over the ring. There is still the fact that he is the fresher man, as Kidman goes to try and take out Macho Man. Well, Saturn stays inside the ring. A big elbow and a kick to the head by Kidman. passing him over to his tag mate. He's going to go for a Cobra Clutch as X-Pac interrupts that submission maneuver. And now Saturn is seeing him in a 2v1 situation. Ref actually getting physical with X-Pac here. And Kidman calling for a tag. Macho Man has have to get a tag to X-Pac sometime soon. Kidman has fought against him for quite some time. We're going for a pin now. I believe the referee got distracted by both wrestlers coming into the ring. Didn't quite notice that would be a pin. Macho Man dodging that grab. Kidman getting a bit dazed, but Kidman went for the drop kick. Didn't quite land, as now Macho Man able to tag in X-Pac. Now here's a rivalry that was been developed from last week. Kidman very angry at X-Pac for eliminating him from that Royal Rumble, getting him not to be even entering the Royal Rumble match. Kidman now getting whipped over the top rope. X-Pac might not want to fight on that outside there, as Perry Saturn could easily come down and help his tag partner. As he gets a scissors kick from Kidman to smash the head of X-Pac into the mat. And we see Kidman whip X-Pac into the ring with another big arm to X-Pac and a kick to the head. Kidman running around the ring for a little bit as we see X-Pac throw him onto the outside of the ring once more. Kidman, oh my God! A super kick counter by X-Pac. Not able to get a pin there from that rope break. A quick pin here, 1, 2. Saturn interrupting that pin as he was already in the ring. That could have spelled the end for the Flock here in this match. As we see a huge move coming in from Kidman. Now Kidman whipping him outside the ring. Now he's going to look to do some maneuver perhaps on the outside. A huge drop kick, kicking X-Pac out to the floor. Now Kidman stomping on him as he goes outside of the ring himself. Kidman countering, tossing me into that barricade. Kidman remembers that barricade. I'm sure he does. He's the one that went through it. He absolutely passed out. He wasn't able to come to a 10 count before losing that match. Now, Macho Man getting thrown against that barricade. All 4 members of this match are fighting. And now, I think Macho Man just went through that barricade. And a huge spear by Kidman on the outside to X-Pac. Macho Man might be passed out here. As we see Kidman and X-Pac fight on the outside here. As Saturn comes to the aid of his tag team partner. He just taunts for the crowd. Taunts more. Wiping his bald head as X-Pac gets a Hurricane Rana. Come on, Saturn. Help your teammate here. As he tosses X-Pac against the steel steps. And we're up to a 5 count now. X-Pac panicking. Tosses himself into the announce table. And now Kidman in the middle of the ring, able to get the jump on X-Pac. Now Macho Man getting tossed over those steel steps. Huge kick by Kidman. Macho Man is taking so much damage on the outside. We're getting a Cobra Clutch here from Kidman. X-Pac able to reach out for that rope. End that submission maneuver before Kidman was able to make him tap out. Putting all that weight behind that punch. X-Pac doesn't have quite as much weight as many other wrestlers, but it's still a devastating blow. And now we get a series of counters between these two combatants. I'm not quite sure who is ahead right now, who has the most energy between the two combatants in the ring right now. I know Macho Man has got to be tired. He went through that barricade. You can see that busted barricade down on the right, left rather, as we see Kidman calling for a big move here. Big elbow to the face, grabbing the head of X-Pac once more. X-Pac countering, grabbing the head, busting open the face of Kidman. He goes for a huge move into a submission maneuver here. Saturn going to want to stop Macho Man from interrupting, but Macho Man was able to get over there. You can see the blood right above the eye of Billy Kidman as he got hurt by X-Pac. And now Saturn and X-Pac in opposite corners. X-Pac getting pulled up to the top rope. And we might see a huge move out of the corner here from Kidman. Now the ref telling Saturn to get out of this ring. He's at a 4 count. As we see a submission maneuver from Kidman, wrenching the neck back of X-Pac. And now Macho Man has got to get out of the ring. This match has gone silly. They've been in and out of the ring so much, but the League of Men have stayed the same. Hurricane Rana DDT outside the corner. Huge move, pounding that head of Kidman into the mat once more, making that blood spurt out of his head. As we see, going for a pin now in the corner. He's too close to the ropes there. Kidman able to kick out, and we got a small roll up here. 1, 2, no 3. 1, 2, 3, and Macho Man interrupts the count. And a huge bulldog that he gets for his efforts. And now Kidman is putting submission maneuver on the wrong man. He's getting a bit too dizzy. He's taking too much head damage. Now if Kidman can get Saturn into this ring, it might be really good, because if X-Pac tags Randy Savage in, I know he'll be more tired than Saturn is. But Kidman and X-Pac have both been in this ring for so long, and a huge splash coming in from X-Pac, not quite making it to Kidman. He flew quite a while, but not quite enough. And we get another quick pin here. 1, 2, 3. No, countered by Kidman. 1, 2, 3. No, interrupted by Macho Man Randy Savage. And we get a scissors kick from Kidman. And a punch to X-Pac's back. And a small roll-up by Kidman here. 1, 2, 3. No, countered. 1, 2. Interrupted by Saturn. We've seen the great many small roll-ups by these two combatants as X-Pac counters that punch greatly, throwing Kidman to the ground. Macho Man now outside of the ring with a trip up by Kidman. Kidman might be looking to finish this somehow. He wants to try and beat Kidman. Kidman wants to beat X-Pac, and X-Pac wants to beat Kidman. A rivalry showing greatly in this tag team matchup, as we see that move out of the corner once again by Billy Kidman into the middle of the ring. 1, he's got nowhere to go, but he can kick out still. He still has enough energy. Quick roll up here. 1, 2, 3. No, countered. 1, 2, 3. Interrupted by Macho Man Randy Savage, able to save his partner. Now, both Kidman and X-Pac have been in this ring for so long, and now X-Pac is busted open. These combatants do not want to tag in their partner. They want to continue fighting their opponent here. Their partner is just trying to stop the match from ending. And now Kidman might finally make a tag. No, X-Pac countering out of the corner. And roll up by Kidman. 1, 2, 3. No, countered by X-Pac. 1, 2. Saturn interrupting that pin. These continuous roll up pins here. 1, 2, 3. A kick out by X-Pac. Seen so many quick roll ups here as the Flock run into each other. Saturn has got to get out of the ring, and we see that marvelous top rope maneuver once again by Kidman, slamming him slap dab in the middle of the ring, going to go to the top rope, and we see a huge super kick counter from X-Pac right to the face of Kidman. And now Kidman and X-Pac have been fighting in this match for so long. They want to take out their opponent. They want to make their opponent pass out. Kidman wants to make X-Pac pass out like he did last week. You can see another flapjack come in from Kidman onto X-Pac. Scoop slam. A lot of aggression here on the outside. Perhaps going to try and win the same way X-Pac won last week, whipping him into the barricade and tackling him through it. But that's not quite what he's going for as of yet. That would be interesting to see at the very least. As you see X-Pac going for a pin here. 1, 2, 3. A kick out by Kidman. As you see them tie up once again. As you see Kidman now grab the head of X-Pac and go for that spine buster. I believe he just spat in the face of X-Pac. Great amount of hatred now between these two combatants. Quick roll up by Kidman. 1, 2, 3. No, 3. 1, 2. Interrupted by Saturn. Saturn was patrolling that pin, sort of keeping Macho Man off of it. As we see X-Pac now getting flipping Kidman out into the middle of the ring. Kidman might contemplate tagging in. No, he's going up to the top rope. Misses that big splash from the outside once again. Kidman stepping out of the way that time as Kidman gets whipped into the corner. Now we will see another Hurricane Rana DDT. No, Kidman countering out of that corner, and now he's going to go for that move once again. It looks so good. Spamming the head and the upper back of X-Pac against the mat, going for a normal pin now. 1, 2, 3. Kidman gets revenge on X-Pac, and the Flock wins.